Welcome into the WBC arena. We've been waiting a long time to see these two get it on. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
Time for our tale of the tape. Juan Francisco Estrada, 5 foot 4 inches tall with a reach of 66 inches. And standing across from him, it's Showtime, Sonny Edwards. He's 5 foot 2 inches tall with a 64.6 inch reach.
I'll always go for reach, every time over anything. If you've got reach, touch with speed, nobody's gonna touch you. But someone that can get in close, that has the power to get up close and personal and break those ribs, get those shots into the body, you gotta look out for that.
Juan Francisco Estrada, one of the best fighters Mexico's ever produced. A 2-weight world champion making his way to the ring. Showtime, Sonny Edwards, fighting out of London, England, has already covered head to toe in gold. One of the best in the world today.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
The fighters are ready to go. Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Puerto Peñasco in Mexico, here is the 2-division world champion, Juan Francisco El Gallo Estrada. Fighting out of the blue corner, from London, England, here is a flyweight champion of the world, Showtime, Sonny Edwards.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Thank you, Todd. You know what? Outside it's hot, inside it's roasting.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. He blocks the jab. We wanted action, and they are delivering. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
A well-placed hook. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Just missed with that hook. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
These two were made for each other. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They exchange punches. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
All your work all the way through camp. That's a terrible...
Be smart, otherwise he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there.
You're much better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together. And go out there and prove that.
And there's the bell for round 2. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front of you, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put him on the back foot. Put him under pressure.
The straight right just misses. Just misses with that jab. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. It's obvious which one of these fighters has to get on the inside.
Todd, reach as well as speed. Reach as well as power. What more can a fighter ask for?
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. No rest for the weary. Nice counter. Nice exchange here from both men. The straight right just misses. Punches coming from every angle. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
You need just to focus on what you're doing.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Caution being thrown to the wind. Which one of these athletes is going to say I can't take it anymore? In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. Jab slightly off target. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Hook misses. Missing with the hook. Incredible work rate. Stamina is off the charts. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Take him out. He's ready.
Listen, you've switched off. What you're doing. He was close.
But you've got to be smart, otherwise he'll see it and he'll ride it.
There's the bell for round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
That hook was off target. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Good counter punch. A perfect counter lands. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare.
Whoa, Johnny! El Gallo is hurt! Good job trying to back out of trouble.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
That jab misses. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Only catching air with that hook. Sonny Edwards rocked with that one. floor. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
Edwards in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fighter.
Great. Stay focused. Don't
What are you doing? You've switched off completely. Get your mind back on the...
focus. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shot.
Back into the fray here in round 5. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Nice counter shot. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Missing with the hook. Is he going to punch himself out, though? This fight has a real good flow to it. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Looking to land the hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. And the referee's going to allow him to fight. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
That's his round.
Just stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
Let's start the 6. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Just misses with that uppercut. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? The jab doesn't quite connect. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? What heart, what desire, but at what cost? There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Looking to land the hook. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. A lot of effort being exerted here. His stamina is off the charts. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Come on, switch on. Switch on.
Gotta be smart, otherwise he'll see it and he'll ride.
Here comes round 7. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
This can be so frustrating when you're with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Swing and a miss with that hook. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Throws the jab but does not score. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Missed him with that uppercut. like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
This is when you talk about championship material.
1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Don't.
What was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching on.
Oh, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots.
In this round, you had everything.
And there's the bell for round 8. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Can't find a home for that jab. How about that time counter shot? Looking to land the hook. It's all offense all the time. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
The jab not finding its target. Holding nothing back here in the round. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Straight right just misses. Can't land that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart, that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.